Howdy folks, how's it going today? I hope everybody's doing really good. Well, I'm going to be tinkering on this telecaster that I'm building here a little bit today. I got some holes to drill for the wiring and whatnot. You're going to have to bear with me. I'm moving a little slow today. I'm going to start out with a kind of a funny story. It's funny for other people. It wasn't really funny for me, but anyway, this is what happened. So yesterday, I was putting a 4x8 sheet of 1/2 inch drywall on the ceiling in my downstairs bathroom. Now, a year or so ago, I put a master bath in my bedroom upstairs, and it's right above the downstairs bathroom, so all the piping's up in the ceiling, one over the other. So I had to rip that bottom bathroom ceiling out to, route all the piping and whatnot. Long story, anyway. So yesterday, I was like, well, I got to get that ceiling put up, da-da-da. So got a couple ladders out, cut the sheet, got it in there and propped it up on each ladder, and got my wife in there to help me. Now, this is a really tight quarters, kind of situation. So we get it up. I get some screws in it. I was like, okay, we're good. So I had her go out, and I was in there with the door shut, and I forgot to cut out around one electrical box in the ceiling where there's going to be a light fixture, okay? I was like, oh man, I don't want to pull this down. So I was just tapping on it lightly with a hammer. I said, if I can just leave a little indent, I can cut that out with a saw, no problem. So I'm on a step ladder, kind of hunched over like this, and I'm tapping on the drywall, and boom, this thing comes down, the whole sheet, and hits me right in the back of the neck. Oh God, it was like being hit by lightning. I have never been struck by lightning, but I had electricity going down through my spinal cord, my legs. So it pins me to the ladder, right? And when the sheet come down, it hit the light switch, so boom, the lights go out too. I'm pinned on the ladder with a 57-pound sheet of drywall that just hit me in the neck. I'm slumped over the ladder, and the lights went out, and I couldn't get my wife to come in and help because the door wouldn't open because the sheets got it pinned. My first thought, well, it took my breath away, first of all. And when the lights went out, I thought I really am not kidding you. I thought I lost my vision. I was like, oh my God, I think I'm paralyzed and probably blind. And I'm going to die here on the step ladder pinned under a sheet of drywall. What a day. Anyway, I got it back up, and I had to take the day off. I'm really sore today, and I'm not going to lie to you. But anyway, that's what happened. So be careful, folks. I can take a good hit. If I see it coming, I'm pretty tough. I can take a good shot, no doubt about it. But when you don't see it coming and you're slumped over, it was like the rock, paper, scissors. It was just like, boom. And I was like, it flattened me. Anyway, let's get into the guitar build here. It's coming along pretty good, actually. I'm pretty excited about this now. And I have been having a ton of fun doing this. If you guys are thinking about building your own guitar, I'm just going to tell you right now, do it. Don't worry about CNC machines. You don't need all that stuff. You can do it with basic hand tools, honestly, really. With minimal tools, I've built this body. It's probably not as good as some, but I'm pretty happy with it. And it's true, and it looks good. It's a good weight. It's coming out nice. I'm not bragging. I'm just really happy about it. I didn't expect that it would come out as good as it did. This was like an experiment, but now I have something that's going to be pretty cool when I'm done. So anyway, if you're thinking about doing it, just do it. It'll probably be the best addiction and hobby you've ever had in your life if you play guitar. You don't have to be, Django Reinhardt, caliber of skill. It's more about, just the whole process of it. Uh, I've been looking into CNC machines too. And I think it would be useful. It would save a lot of sanding and things like that. But honestly, the CNC machines having all the fun. I really enjoyed the sanding as much as that's really not usually fun for people, but I enjoyed it. And, just taking my time shaping the thing and trying to fix every little thing and blemish, and I really got like hooked into it quick. So anyways, I don't want to keep rambling. Maybe it was something's wrong with me from the headshot with the drywall. Anyway, let's get right to it. Here we go. Okie doke, here we are on the bench. The body's coming out pretty good, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. It feels like glass almost. There's a couple blemishes here. I gotta maybe drop fill with super glue and whatnot, but there's shellac in there, which has, made the color consistent. So if I do drop fill it, it's not gonna just look white. Make sure you get the stain in there before you level things up. I'm using amber shellac here, which works really well. Now, I did take the advice of one of the viewers. In the last video, I had kind of went over something that I'd seen on eBay, and it was a guy that was he's using polyurethane, actually, and he'd put some on the body, and then he would take sandpaper and wet sand the poly into the body. And within 2 coats, he had that basically like this, nice and smooth, and you couldn't really feel the grain anymore. So I kind of hemmed and hawed, and like I said, one of the viewers left a comment in the last video. Sean, man, thanks, buddy. I really do appreciate the advice. And he also turned me on to a place that makes dye for wood out of some root, and I did find this guy on eBay. It's pretty reasonable too, so I'm going to be looking into that more, and I do appreciate the tip. So basically what I did is took this little thing that come, like in plant food or whatever, it's a little dipper, use a spoon too, and dip some out, dumped it on the body, took a piece of sandpaper, and just wet sanded that shellac, and I went back and forth. I didn't go across the grain because I didn't want to leave any scratches or striations on the wood if I could help it. And you got to move quick because that stuff dries so fast. You just got to, do 5 or 6 good swipes, put a good amount on there too, and just kind of rub that in, and then get a dip, get some more on there. Do it again and work your way across. Now, don't worry about what it looks like right then. If there's some spots that, have a streak of shellac that's thicker, and that's going to come right off when you level sand it. Now, I took another piece of 120 and just went over it after that, very lightly, I'd like to add. That's what we're looking at right now. I haven't even hit it with any fine paper, but it's starting to shine, and it's starting to look really good. I got to do the sides here next, but I'm going to drill some holes today. I need to locate the jack, and I've got a recessed cup jack, like a fender style, and I'll go over that as well. I made a tool that actually recesses this anchor inside the body at the correct depth. So then your jack goes through that, and then the cup goes in the body. You put your nut and washer on, and everything's kind of recessed like an old fender. Anyway, I'll go through that too and show you guys how that works, how to make the tool. It's basically a bolt with some, we'll get there anyways. It's pretty simple. I did videos on it once. I'm going to probably have to watch my own video to remember how it works. So You'll have to bear with me. All right, let's get the drill out, and we got to get some holes drilled. I got to get from here to the control cavity and also from here to the control cavity. So, there's a few ways to do it. This one will have a pit guard. If you was going to omit the pit guard and just maybe do, like 2 P90s or something, you don't have to route it like this. I've seen cases where they've actually drilled through the neck pocket and just go right through like that, so you can jump your wires and then just, drill one, and usually it's a rear access control plate sometimes at that point, depending if you want a control plate. Some guys might just want the knobs there coming through the wood so you can see everything, but in any case, it's not a big deal. So I'm going to get my drill bit out and at least get those holes drilled out today, and I'll have to kind of just go from there and see how I feel. All right, well, I got to make a mark here. I'm not really going to try to exact, the fender thing. I think I'm going to put it right about in that area somewhere, which would be pretty much in line with that. And, yeah, the cord will kind of hang out straight. That's about right. You could do it a lot of different ways. You could mount it in the back if you wanted to. It's really just preference. Yeah, I just took a quick peek at an American telly that I have on the bench that I need to put back together. It's actually the guitar that I tore apart to kind of make a template and whatnot. And their jack plate is back in this area somewhere, kind of in line with that. So I've made another mark, and yeah, I like it. I mean, I didn't realize it was this far down on that bout. I thought it was more angled back that way, but that's cool. I'm going to just approximate it. I might just go in between where that one is and where I had my mark. So again, you can put that wherever you want. All right, I'm just going to take a long drill bit here. Drill this in by hand. I think that will be fine. Make sure I'm in the center. That's pretty close. I'm just trying to move my hole over a little bit. All right. We made it. A little smoke. Might have to sharpen that bit up a little, I guess. All right. Perfect. Right in the bottom. Man, that was a lucky shot, but anyway, sometimes that's how it happens. I'm sure if there's any real guitar builders out there watching this, they're probably cringing right now, but that's all right. Make it your own, give it its own character, right from your hands. That's like the best way I can put it. Don't worry about the mistakes, just keep on going. Okay, so we got to get one from here to the control plate as well. This is about where Fender puts theirs, so that's where we're going to put ours. I'm just going to lay that bit down a little bit as I get it started. I think we're getting pretty close. There we go. All right, let's see how we did. Yeah, we'll take it. Again, it's pretty much right on the same elevation as the hole I drilled for the jack. Cool. All right, that's good. Now we need to make one from here to here. That should be pretty easy. All right, I just drilled that one out. That's right in the bottom too. That came out pretty good. I went both ways. I run the drill through this way and then this way. And that's where the hole is in the control cavity. So that pretty much takes care of all that. I shouldn't have to drill anything else. Now, I took a piece of wire here just to make sure I got it through there all the way. And it's hard to kind of see that unless you stick a light or something, or a piece of, a light to shine through it, or a piece of wire in there. But anyway, we got plenty of hole. That's going to work out great. All right, so one of the things I do need to address is the sharp fret ends on this neck. They're quite sharp. And we also need to route a small pocket in the body. I forgot to do that for the thumb wheel. That's where the truss rod adjustment is on this. The neck's really tight, so I have to really force it to get it in there sometimes, but that's a good thing. I'd rather have a good snug neck joint like that. And then that thing's transferring vibration like crazy. So anyway, what I'm talking about is this right here. I need to take care of that. That'll be squared off right there, but we need to round these corners out and remove that material. So that's something I do need to address. Take care of the sharp fret ends. And, oh man, that thing's hard to get out of there. I got to dig out some tuners too. We got to put some tuners on this thing. Almost forgot about that. So that'll be something we're going to probably address in the next video. I'm going to go over all this neck stuff and shoot some good videos on it, how to do it, which if you go in my playlist, it's in there. I've done a lot of fret jobs and documented a lot of it too, but I will go through it again just to, keep you guys in the fold of what's going on here. And we got to get some tuners out, like I said. I got a bridge plate for it. I'm waiting for a pit guard. I ordered a black pit guard. And I got a couple different control plate options. Got a black one and a chrome one. We'll see. I'm just going to kind of wing that as well and see what catches my eye and go from there. So anyway, that'll probably be all in the next video. Like I said, I will get out some pickups as well. We need to make a pickup selection. I've got a pretty good idea what I'm going to do, but I need to dig that stuff out. Some push-pull pots, because I'm going to run humbuckers with splitters. And yes, they do make a small one. Seymour Duncan does. That looks like a single coil, but it's double stacked. That's probably what we're going to put in the back, and just a good old-fashioned humbucker in the front with splitters too. So anyway, we'll get all that stuff out, and I'll probably start working on the wiring eventually too. I'm going to take care of the rest of the finish today and get this hole drilled out to the proper size here for the jack cup and that whole assembly too. I got to go dig out that tool. It's somewhere in the cabinet. I got to get that out and go over that again. Like I said, I'll probably have to watch my own video just to as a refresher, but in any case, we'll get that in, get the rest of this cleaned up, and as soon as I get the neck, assembled with tuners, clean the frets up, the rest of it shouldn't take more than a few hours to do. As far as the wiring, that goes really quick. I've done a ton of that, so I really don't have to stop and, go through the whole diagram every time. I can pretty much do it from memory. in most cases. What you really got to look out for is the color codes on the brand of pickups that you're using. If you're going to use 4-wire pickups, that kind of stuff. If you're going to split them, you need to know what those color codes coincide with, and are they north stat, north finish, south stat, south finish, and wire accordingly. That only takes a minute. I wish all pickup manufacturers would make that typical. So then whatever you bought for pickups, you'd know the green wire is this, the red wire is this. I don't see any advantage to making it different. You know what I'm saying? I think people would be more apt to buy pickups, not worry about that kind of stuff. And you'd only have to learn it once and you'd have it, right? Okay, well, I know this is a lot of talking, and again, I do apologize for that, but that's part of this. I need to describe and explain what I'm doing. I don't need to, but I want to try to pass this information along as I learn it, too. So, and it's not just me, passing information along. I use this channel to learn myself from you guys. So if you see anything wrong, I need to get plumbed up, go ahead and leave it in the comments. And, I really do appreciate that stuff. Hopefully I can pick up some more good tips from you guys. And, I'm hoping to come up with some stuff on my own. I've got some pretty cool ideas that I'm going to try to, document as well. I got a few ideas for some string benders that are quite different. And hopefully I can, get that all together too. I think that'd be kind of cool to come up with something just a little bit different. All right, well, thanks again for watching, folks. I'm going to probably go take a break here, try to sit up straight and keep my neck in line. We'll see you real soon. Be good. Okie doke.